Alright, let me open this real quick. And I did that. Yeah, anyway. Okay, this will replace the board that broke. Let's see what it all comes with. It's like little tie downs, 3M tape with Velcro, it looks like. There's the actual thing. Build 2 openings. I wonder if I can open this. There's a power. Warranty policy. In a whole bunch of languages. And then limited warranty on the other side. Instructions. Power. 10 fans total. Gives you an idea where you could put it. Maybe I'll just take this off because I know there's 2 screws in there, so maybe if I unscrew that, because the back of that has 2 screws and I might as well put it there. Alright, I said I was not going to do this today. I said I was going to not do any of this today, but here we are. Alright, I took off the it's like a barcode that was on the back. There's one. Now this is something I want to check out. Let me check out my screws from the case. Alright, I'm gonna bring them close. Alright, so I'm looking at the monitor. They look just about the same. Oh yeah, those look very similar. Alright, so the screws that were in the case that were holding up, yeah, see, it's almost the same thing. It's just the board. Matter of fact, before I touch that any further, haha, got one of these. I don't know what to ground to in my room because everything's connected to the rug. What can I ground to? The desktop's not plugged in, so there's nothing to really ground to there. Let me switch arms. I'll ground to, if I can actually, nope, I can't clip onto that. Oh, here we go, here we go. Alright. The keyboard has a big old metal frame around it, so I used that. Now, this is what it looks like. It's got the little LED there. 2 holes for the screws, which, you know, it goes in like so. So what I'll do, I guess this is the front. So what I'll do is I'll just put it in like this. No, but I still have to. Okay, so I just won't even use this. Here you go. Just, I don't need that. I could probably use this back piece though. Which way is it? There you go. Maybe I'll just use the back piece like that. We'll see. I'll try it real quick. So, what did I get for Black Friday? Well, here's one thing I got. Nicely that this was on eBay. Look at that. I had planned to just get the DDR3 that was 1866 megahertz, since AMD doesn't go any higher than that, or at least the chip I have doesn't go any higher than that. And I was just going to get 2 8 gigabytes for 16 and then get 2 more later, because, you know, RAM prices are ridiculous right now. Guess how much this was? Just guess. Some of you are right, some of you are wrong. $200. $50 each one, technically. This is a whole kit, brand new. As you can see, has not been opened yet. Let me open the side and the side here. And then didn't even undo the thing to hang it anywhere. Alright, opens like that. And there's 2. Look at that quality. Well, let me open one of them. 2 of each. Oh yeah. HyperX Predator. Look at that, that is nice. And it's not blue, so it'll match everything else inside the current setup. Everything in there is black and red. That is nice. Can't wait to put those in there and take the other ones out. But I'm not going to do that today, because one of the other things I got during Black Friday, it's not new like these, will be going inside the computer. So maybe it'll be a part of this video, maybe not. Who knows? I don't know. Now, I can't install anything with the USB drives right now. I don't know how with Linux, but I can always do it with the CD-ROM drive. It's no problem. It'll automatically do the boot and all that other stuff like it's supposed to, but I don't know. I don't have time to figure it out, so I'm gonna install this real quick with the CD-ROM drive, and you saw what it was. It's CentOS. It's still KDE, and that's all that really matters. It's ugly, but it works. Alright, there we go. Now I made it. I had to agree to the licensing, whatever, and then it worked. It was a little frustrating. Alright, the title revealed everything. This is replacing this. You see this? Do you see that? That's an OCZ agility. Don't buy this. Do not buy this. If you see this like somewhere and it's on sale, or someone's like, hey, I'll just give you the, don't even take it. This is bad. Don't use this. This won't last 2 years with any OS. Well, at least Windows 7 anyway. It didn't last 2 years. So I will be using this again, but not in not in my current machine. Whew. All right, let's do this. All right, so this is a brand new, straight from Newegg off of eBay, Partiot Ignite 2.5 SATA 3, which is the highest SATA will probably ever be. So it comes with this right here. Tells you the mounting points and its sizes and drive capacities that are available and all that other stuff. 3-year warranty. All right, so there it is. It is really light, but then I guess this one is light too. So I'm gonna move and go on that side, well, that side, and do some stuff. So it's so light. All right. I guess while I do this, I'll explain what went wrong with this drive. So when I first got the drive a long time ago, it was my second SSD that I was using as an OS drive, and it was larger than the other one, which is a 60. Never had problems with the 60 gigabyte SanDisk drive. Never had any problems with it. This one, on 2 separate occasions, I've had issues with this drive. The first time I installed Windows 7 64-bit Pro Professional, and so I had that installed and everything was fine for about a year, and then after a year went by, odd problems would start taking place. Google Chrome became unstable and I stopped being able to use it, oddly enough. I'm not sure where I left off. It stopped recording in the middle of it. Yeah, this is, oh, it has a metal thing at the bottom. This does not. So yeah, that's interesting. Anyway, put this in here. There we go. And so after the first install, another issue that came up, and it also happened in the second install, was Windows 7 Explorer, just Explorer by itself, would crash and become very slow, especially when I was going across copying and moving files, and if I would swipe across the icon for my external drives or network drives, if I were to swipe my icon across that, or swipe the mouse cursor across that, it would slow down. And then sometimes I'd just be moving stuff and trying to rename files and stuff, and it would just slow down. And thing is, I would be renaming things on a totally different drive, not this drive at all. So just instability issues. And I was thinking, oh, maybe it's just my old AMD. Maybe it's the 965 Phenom. Maybe it's only having 8 gigabytes of RAM and all kinds of stuff like that. But nah, I think it was this. Because at one point when I had to reinstall Windows 7 Professional on here, that would have been the second time I had to install it, it would do the same stuff, and then after the first install it stopped loading, and many times I would have data or settings set up for, I would have settings for different programs set up, and the next time I load Windows it would just be gone, and I would wonder where it went. So yeah, that other drive was giving me headaches and problems that I did not deserve. So I gotta put that, slide it back in there, screw in there, and it's good to go. So hopefully this is totally blank. It should be, right? It's brand new. And put the power, put the SATA. All right, and now it's black and red, just like everything else except this and that and that and that. Anyway. Let's go. Turn and wait. I'm down here. I might as well click this switch here. Here we go. And reach here. Blue light, blue light. So guess who's one of those people that hasn't been using Windows 10? Me. I have one of those upgrade licenses, so I have to install Vista first, then I have to install Windows 7 Home Premium, and then I get the right to install Windows 7 Professional. Now, at the moment, I'm waiting for a special delivery to come, and it's going to come with a few things that I'm going to utilize and do some testing with, and I might upgrade to 10, but I gotta make sure certain programs work, and if those certain programs work, then good to go. Otherwise, not good to go. Apparently, Windows can open, or I can use the Professional upgrade with Vista, but long ago I couldn't use it with XP. But you can't upgrade in a way that you can keep the old Vista files or the XP files. You can do that with Windows 7 Home. But this really doesn't matter. It's 2018. Everyone's using Windows 10 or Linux. But there's a few programs I need. So I'm, of course, updating all the Windows 7 stuff, and of course there's always these fails. There's one, there's a fail. But this will be the second restart. Well, I do not regret getting this because it's working, but this is not working with Windows at the moment. Wonderful. And when I say at the moment, I mean ever since I started doing Windows installs, this has not been working. Yep. Day 2 of the Windows 7 install, and I'm doing 200 updates. Day 1 had like 20 updates, and one of the updates did not include what was necessary for the NVMe PCIe drive to be read. So now that's readable. It's on the other screen over here. Look at that red thing. It's about full. So that's readable now. And this keyboard doesn't work on Windows. Let me show you what it's doing. It's doing a funny thing. All right, so when I press the arrow keys here, watch this one right there. Saw that light up? So that's what it does. This works fine, thank goodness. But yeah, this does not light up. Also, the G13 is not lit up either, so neither one of those work. And yeah, that's the skinny of that. So this is almost done. It's got about 20 more updates to do of the 200. I went downstairs to go get something to eat, and I let that do that. Still don't have everything installed that I need installed on here to do stuff efficiently, but I'm getting closer. Oh, but the big issue, after I got Windows 7 installed, my Linux partition stopped working. Here's this skinny. The BIOS reads all the drives, but when I get to the part where it's on this screen here, the main screen, and it says the list of all the devices, that SSD does not show up. So it shows up in the BIOS if you press delete and then go into the BIOS. It shows up there, but it doesn't show up once it's loading. So I don't know what's going on. When I did have KDE loaded up and everything, it's KDE Neon 5.8.5 I think, it was working like usual. But during the time I had it running, at one point it gave me this such and such is not found, such and such is not found. That was for every single program. So I couldn't save anything, I couldn't load any new programs, I couldn't exit, I couldn't shut down, I couldn't do anything. So I'm thinking maybe this SSD has met the end of its life, since it's only a little 60 gigabyte. I'm imagining its lifespan shorter than a 240 or a 512 or a 480. So maybe I have to get another SSD. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna have to do that. Maybe that's what I gotta do. Well, at least that is all. It's rebooting. Oh, that's convenient. It just finished. Ignore that. That's the laptop. That over there. All right, there it is. It's appeared this time. So it should take me to the. Oh nope. See, it took me to Windows. That means I gotta go back in the BIOS, change it again. Hopefully it won't disappear again like it did, and then everything will work. %. I'm gonna go do something else. Alright, day 2. And that big 200 something update just finished. Had like 4 fails. Alright. So I changed. Let me go back. I changed the hard disk. So I changed the hard disk boot order. SanDisk will be first. Patriot will be second, so that's Linux, Windows, and then mass storage, which is absolutely nothing. Here we go. Yay, all 3 are still there. I don't know why it keeps going away and then coming back and then going away. It's so annoying. More consistency. There it is. Now let's see if I can go into Windows. No? Okay. I gotta change it so that I can go into Windows from that disk. Well, it's not a disk. 5.8.8. I was very wrong. Let's see if it does that error. Probably not. Why does KTorrent automatically open? You see this? Yeah. Look. It's open. Why is it open? I don't want this opening immediately. Yeah, I don't understand why it runs right now. If I don't figure this out, how do you automatically load all the hard disk or disk drives automatically? Someone explain, if I don't figure this out in the next 15 minutes, how to automatically load all the disks I have connected to the computer when I log into KDE. I'm done doing things for today. It updated itself to 5.12.0. I don't know if I'm gonna have everything fixed by tomorrow. That'll be day 3. Also, G13's not lit up either, so neither